Glenn, how do you make sure the conversation stays on track?
Really, it's in the preparation. It's finding out what topics are taboo. Like if the conversation goes here, I use a lot of scenarios with the meeting owner, and mainly it's those conversations with them saying, okay, if it goes here, where do we want to go? How is this going to benefit the audience? If somebody derails the conversation, where should we go? It's very easy. I like to get agreement. I guess before we even talk about that, I like to get agreement amongst all the panelists that if there's a lot of debate going on, that we have agreement and there's respect. If it's something that's going off course, somebody is not letting the other person talk, that we have an agreement. It's like, okay, you are now, we've had an agreement before we stepped on stage that said you would let the other person talk, fully finish their thought before you came back at them. And we set up a series of agreements beforehand. So we get on stage, and if somebody violates one of those agreements, I can cut them off right mid-sentence and say, okay, you agreed to this. This is what our agreement was. You're not honoring that agreement, and you're pulling the integrity of the panel discussion off course. So can we please bring that back? And I've only had to do it once. Because usually they go, oh, he will pull that card if he has to. And I believe I saw it, I want to say it was the 2008 election when there was a debate going on. I want to say it was Brian Williams, and the presidential debate was happening, and they started going off. They were, and they were going off on each other, and they were going off onto tangents and interrupting, and Brian Williams stopped them and said, gentlemen, may I remind you that we have these agreements. This is the agreement that we had, and the integrity of this debate is being diminished. Can we bring it back on track? And they said, yes. And it goes right back on track.